Hi everybody, my name's Erica. I'm a member on the NZHGPA executive, and I've been on the executive for coming up a year at this AGM, at the 2022 AGM. So now you've got a face to the name. This is a new way of trying to get some information out to you guys, and I'm trying this way to sort of talk to you about the survey results that have come in from the most recent survey that came across your desk about a month ago. So please bear with me. I am new to videoing. I'm even newer to video editing. So this won't be the most professional of productions, but let's see if we can get it working. So in addition, you can see behind me here, this is Mabel. She has decided to join in and sit on the couch and chew something. So please excuse all the noises that she might be making and a bit of entertainment in the background. So let's get to it. So this survey was sent out as part and parcel of the strategic priorities document. We had a lot of discussions on the executive and when we presented the ideas, and it was raised at the time to say, let's get out a quick survey to really just try and get a snapshot of what people were thinking, what their, just to get people thinking and to see what is possible and, just an idea. So I will say I'm not a professional survey writer, as this is clearly evident by some of the comments that have come back on the in the comment section, and it's just, dare I say, it's just quick and down and dirty. You can obviously tell the angle or the information that we're really wanting to get back from you guys. So again, thank you everybody who took the time to fill out the survey. It is really appreciated. And the other thing to point out is that there is no right or wrong answer to any of these questions. Any of these statements or questions that you've answered, they are in no way what we're talking about as binding. This is not going to direct any decision making on the executive's behalf. It is not focusing or drilling down on projects or initiatives that the executive or the association will be taking. So it's not binding. None of this is pointing anybody in any particular direction. It's purely just to get some sort of engagement to sort of come back to us on the executive how things are going. And I'd also like to take this opportunity to say any of my comments and my interpretation of the data is mine. That is, it is in no way a position of the association or other members of the executive of the NZHGPA. This is just my take on the numbers as I've seen. So hopefully now there is some graphics up here, a document you can see if everything's gone to plan. And you can also see behind me that Mabel is no longer with us. So this could be take number 50 for all I know. But let's get started. What I would like to just throw in here before we start looking at the survey results is I ran a betting pool with other members of the executive at the time we put out the survey to have a little bet on how many people we thought we'd get. And I would like to announce that Kyla McDonald is the official winner of the betting pool. So there is $6 due to Kyla. I have to say she probably had an unfair advantage, seeing as how many years she's been involved with the association and how much work she's done on the executive. She's got the insider running of really knowing what the engagement of other pilots are. So well done, Kyla. 386 was your stab, and we had 327. You are the closest. Well done. So let's get into it. 327 out of 2,000 odd replied. I was hoping for more than 16%, not because I wanted to win the coffee money, but I was hoping for a lot more engagement. But I think this is just indicative of really what the engagement is with our association. I could be wrong, I could be right, but it seems the people who did take the time to reply really thought about their answers, and most people wrote really detailed comments and posed questions, and it was good. So the people that did reply and took their time to do it, again, thank you a lot, and I really appreciate what you've put in. So as we can see, like the majority of people are paraglider pilots at 79%. That's not a surprise. What is interesting though, 13% of the reply rate was hang glider pilots. And talking with Kevin on the executive, that represents pretty much the majority of the hang glider pilots. So thanks to the hangies out there for taking their time out and getting something into me. Really appreciated. And along those lines, we can see that the two main groups who have replied are new pilots, 0 to 3 years, and the more senior pilots, the 15 plus. So one could assume it's that new energy, the new pilots who really want to, who read everything that comes out and wants to have their say. And also the older pilots who've been around the block a few times and seen how it works or seen how it fails, and they have the knowledge and the experience that they want to engage. So two groups that we really want to listen to and are really important to keeping this association and this sector vibrant. There's lots of things we can learn from each group. So the middle of us, the 3 to 5 and the 10 plus, are we just indicative of if we've been doing it for a long but not long enough, or we don't really do as much as we should? Anyway, you can think about who's doing what for me, but yeah, so it's really interesting. New energy from new pilots and the elder statesmen of the sector. So it's great to hear from both of you, so I appreciate that. And so then we move into the other questions, which are basically focusing on trying to get an idea of how people see or feel what the role of the association should be going forward. In the OPM, safety is always the association's number one goal, number one concern. So when we ask the question about what is the most pressing issue you see for the association, safety actually came out as third, but anecdotally, I have to agree with the results. Number one pressing issue that the members see, or the respondents of the 300 see, that land access issue should be the most pressing issue for the association. I think every club throughout New Zealand is feeling that possibly their launches and landings are under threat, or that their access is getting pinched. And anecdotally, that's what I've talked to a lot of people about, and it is something that the association should now start to be aware of. I think we all understand access is a big issue, and that should be a priority for the association. And then following up on the last few questions, which again, yes, there is a bias towards it, we're talking about, do members sort of see or feel how the association should be looking at doing initiatives involved in the promotion of free flight, and also the promotion of the promotion for new members. There's two types of things. So we're talking about whether is it a good thing to promote to people outside of the sport, so to Joe Public, and should that be the association's role? Is it going to be a good thing if we start promoting outside? So if we look at the results of just the few people that replied, what we're seeing is that promotion of free flight to people outside of the sector is a good thing. It's positive. It's something that most people are saying should happen. And also the promotion of the sport to get in new pilots is also a good thing. But there are one of the main differences, which I think has come up out of these small results, is that overwhelmingly the initiatives should be led by the clubs. So that's interesting. So it's kind of like the thinking of a grassroots campaign, for the clubs to be the ones who pick up the mantle to start saying, yes, we want to promote our sport to the community or the group at large. And then also the secondary thing is we want to promote to people to become flyers. So there's two separate things. There's the promotion of free flight to the general public, and there's the promotion to get new pilots into the club. Overwhelmingly, these people are saying it should be a club run, it should be grassroots, and I think that's a great thing to do. But the other side of that is that it's the association should be supportive of those activities. So some of the numbers are saying, yes, it's the association who should be overarching or supporting the promotion and things like that. So there's a lot of change coming, and it's just a way to get people to start thinking about things. So again, thank you very much to everybody who replied. The files will be up with this email. Take a look at some of the comments, look at the numbers, see if you agree, don't agree, and I'll be putting up a few more comments, a few more things on the comments themselves. What I've got put up here if we've got it right, is just the details in regards to question 9. So I've just put up here the comments that were received under that, and the one that really sticks out to me is comment 21. Proactive promotion of hang gliding and paragliding. This increase income as well as build a better sport, increase volunteer numbers, naturally increase public exposure to the sport. It's a numbers game. Note number 2. Number 2 questions further on, there should be teamwork between the association and clubs for promoting flying. Clubs are all volunteer too, so didn't activities may find no one available to do it. And that does ring true for me, because being involved on the executive for this last year, and also taking a lot of reading and researching for the strategic priorities, one of the things that is clearly evident is the amount of volunteer energy, resources, hour and experience and expertise that this association runs on. We run on the goodwill of volunteers, and I think it's important that that is acknowledged. And to a certain extent, if we get more people involved in the sport, we actually get some new energy coming in and some new resources, because what I'm seeing is that it's the same people who put their hand up to do things at a club level and at the executive level over the years. So things along these lines do ring true to me. And up here is a snapshot of some of the comments which came up from the last question, question 16. One that stands out is comment 48. Like everywhere else, too many people flying might spoil our already reducing playing ground, but on the other hand, having new blood is always positive and refreshing. As long as they respect the rules in matters of initiative, it's only often a few members who are keen to organise things, and after a while they run out of steam. That's very true. But again, that idea of new blood is good. Again, this outward looking thing of like, do we need more people in the association? Do we want more people in the association? Do we share what we do and what we love? So I think that's, again, there's plus and minuses, and people are quite cognizant of that. And then we can have comments like this, and I will make, and again, this is my opinion. Comment 49. The cost and running of the association has got out of control. Some members regard this role in the NZHGPA as an income stream. This trend should be reversed. Okay, what I say is come and join the executive. Be part of reversing that trend. All the details on what is spent is in each budget, and I think everybody should have a thorough read through on how your money is being spent in the association. And personally, I can say that I have not taken any of the honoraria. It's unlikely that I will take any of the honoraria. I don't feel I haven't done any travelling. I haven't been to see clubs. So everything I've done for the association this year is purely voluntary, and I've done a lot. So comment 49, I challenge you to say, jump on board the executive, get involved and help us work out how we can reverse this trend of what you think is too much money. We're spending too much money. So join in. So thanks everyone. Again, read through the comments. My email is available here. You can contact me. And I'd also like to say that I've done a few show and tells with clubs around the country through Zoom and Google Chat and things like that to talk about the strategic priorities that is rolling out, which will be presented at the AGM for voting. And it's been really successful. So I'd like to thank those clubs that have run, that we've organised it, and I'm available to other clubs to talk about it. So feel free to give me a call, drop me an email, post your comments. And thanks for hanging out, and me and Mabel, who's snoring in the background, letting me practice my non-existent video skills. So thanks everyone.